Gokigenyo! Gokigenyo, everyone! Oh, I appear to be moved a bit to the side. How do we like that? Is it better? Yeah, looks slightly better. I think I'm more comfortable like this. Well, Gokigenyo! Gokigenyo! Well, hello, good to see all of you here, and we're back to... give me one more sec. Should probably be slightly better this way. The audio, I mean. So yeah, we're back to Laplace no more. It's been a long while since we last played it. I think I haven't touched it since last year, which has ended like almost a year. Not a year, 1 month ago. Yeah, the first month of the year, January, is almost over. Do you guys have anything to share with me about how the beginning of the year has treated you? And hello, Gokigenyo, generic username. Gokigenyo, Vagabando, and generic username, thank you for the stretch plus hydrate redeem. Thank you. I made plenty of nice post-run stretches today. Actually, not very good. I will stretch my hand, yes. And yeah, let's take a sip of water. Don't forget to hydrate yourselves though, guys. It's very important for the snails to stay hydrated, right? Gokigenyo. Nyaruko, Gokigenyo, Jokester, Gokigenyo, PPA, Gokigenyo, Lolo, Gokigenyo, Uncle Putte, Gokigenyo, Airflow. Yeah, the year is almost over. If we assume the year only lasts 30 days. Gokigenyo, Dustin, Gokigenyo, Slayer. It's been alright, mine's good. The weather is giving me a head cold or sinus infection. Oh no, please stay warm and safe. And this applies to all of you guys, because I think for most of you, the weather should be rather cold where you are. I'm assuming most of my snails are from the northern hemisphere. Stay warm. You're warming. So that some early bird can get you. Oh, the pretty harpy woman will come after you if you stay warm. I do like that. So, Gokigenyo, that guy, Gokigenyo, Keisarava, welcome, congrats on 10 stream streak. Oh my lord, what happened? I should probably contact my landlord about the lights in my in my apartment, because they're not working properly. Like, the only source of light that I have are the fairy lights that I hanged to kind of like have this sort of festive jolly mode. You know, lurking in the shadows, very Dracula of your you Nosferatu. The vampire. Oh, I remember, I think you guys have seen it as well. Somebody made the like Nosferatu-esque costumes for the Sylvanian family's animals. Like, you know, these little toys. I think for the US snails, you probably know them under the name Calico Critters. But yeah, somebody made the Nosferatu costumes for them, and whenever I look at them, I'm thinking of calling them Transylvanian families. This is such an on-the-nose pun, but it feels so appropriate. Very busy at work, often had to do overtime, not as bad as our colleagues in Poland who have been doing 12-hour days and weekends too. Is this Is this the dreaded Protestant work ethic? Oh, but they're Catholics in Poland, right? So Protestant work ethic wouldn't apply to them. Please stay safe. Please don't push yourself too much. Once again, this applies to all of the snails. And if you guys have been pushing yourselves lately, you will know I'm talking about you. We're having a true winter this year. That's good to know. Those have been very rare as of late, right? I prefer my hydration comes from coffee and energy drinks, as our corporate overlord intended. While this do contain some water to an extent, I'm pretty sure your body would be more thankful to you if you gave it some like regular still water. Or well, maybe sparkling as well. But without any added sugars or other stuff. Then it's just hot all the time, so it's more than warm here. Oh, is that so? I mean, it is probably colder than the year's average, right? And I suppose you have a rather humid climate as well, so it must not really feel that well. I just turned the radiator down, but now I should turn it back up. The radiator. Damn. I might have been overusing mine a little bit alongside the water boiler because the electricity bill that I've gotten today, let's just say I'm not a fan. And I was thinking of buying myself a cute little dress next month. I've been eyeing it for a while. And since it's on a second-hand website, it's like either I get it or somebody else gets it. But looks like I will have to postpone the purchase at this rate. And randomly getting up and sitting on your chair again will never not be cute. No, I'm sorry, my tracking is far from perfect because my streaming room is not that well lit at all. Stop working, it's not worth it. I mean, it has some side merits to it, like you do get some money, ideally, right? But you should do like the bare minimum. Never let your work become the main focus of your life. You're so much more than like how much you're contributing to the shareholder value or whatever. I also saw 2 dogs fight earlier this week, which was really cool, a mixture of wrestling and big fencing. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen dogs fight. Also, I suppose we should start the game actually, because I'm going to spend quite a while talking to you guys. And do you need to treat anybody? No, not really. Yeah, unless your work is your actual passion, but even in this case, you need something to properly relax and unwind. Something that your livelihood doesn't depend on. See? You know melon is a good source of hydration, right? Perhaps. But at this rate, you could say that humans are also a good source of hydration, because there's plenty of water in us too, right? How much HP does everybody have? I could probably just heal them with some rest in the dungeon, right? No more Yap? No, I am intending on sticking to the yapping mode. Or trying to stick to it as I am playing the game. I mean, this is what streams ideally are, right? I wanted to level up a photography a little bit. Oh no, she doesn't have enough points. What else can we afford? Fighting, find clue. No. I can't really afford anything just yet. through winter, especially because the snow mountains haven't had the opportunity to melt yet, and I've been told it might snow more. I think in some regions of Ojoland, the snow mountains are about like 5 floors tall, and people literally have to dig themselves out of their apartments. Or so I've heard anyway. I don't know, it sounds weirdly comfy to me. Castle. Yeah, let's go to the castle. Not like we have much choice here anyway, right? I was absolutely humbled by seeing Nikki's progress in this game. A large statue. Let's refresh our knowledge of our surroundings. Sounds like the start of a zombie movie. What you see here on the screen is also kind of like a start of the zombie movie. This surprised us! Oh no, and I also forgot the rest, right? I was supposed to make them rest. On the wall the other day, I saw kids playing on a literal snowboard. I'm so happy to know kids still do that. I bet they can't do this on Roblox or whatever. Kids these days. No, actually they can. I played some Roblox with Karin. And we were playing some like seal game. And yeah, Fred noted it's absolutely possible to play snowboard there. Most great value for shale hoarders has become a running joke at my work. It's not a joke, it's a tough reality that you have to face every day. So you're using humor as means of coping with it. Simple as. When I arrived, one duck was biting the other duck's neck / throat / chest and wouldn't let go. I was trying to use this as a leverage to wrestle it to the ground. The bite-grabbed duck was trying to keep its balance, shake off the opponent, and dislodging it with its beak. It took a while, but after it broke free, the two engaged in kind of beak fencing to get into the bite-grab hold again. The cycle repeated a few times, really fascinating. I feel like this looks like a really great fighting game analytics. You know something they would do at EVO? Can't believe my Aussie is a Roblox kid. Oh, can't believe I'm your Aussie. Yay! Thank you so much. 19 points of damage. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Linda always does a good job of combining her yapping with her gaming at the same time. I love it when VTubers are able to do that. Honestly, I feel like I could do way better at that, and I have been lacking practice. But also, I've noticed that I've been in a very yappy mood today. Like when I was thinking of starting the stream, I was like, oh, what topics should I bring up today? And they were like non-stop, literally never ending. Although I feel like most of them have suddenly disappeared from my head after I have actually started the stream, but perhaps I will regain them along the way. Putting all points into yapping and gaming, but what? Oh my lord, yeah, okay, I'm back to my normal position again. But what that has been neglected? Yeah, what's that indeed? I don't know, I feel like it's one of those things that are better kind of like estimated from the side, from the perspective of an onlooker. What stat have I neglected while leveling up as a VTuber? The popularity, the numbers. Does like the Moon Valley Winter. Oh, I wonder if they have the. Oh, what is her name? What is her name in English? The creature. The creature. No? I know her under the name Mora, but. Oh, she's Mörko in Finnish. And. The Grog Grok, is this true? In English, apparently. She's one of my favorite characters, actually. Also, I really love, I think, Winter in Moomin Valley is my favorite Moomin novel. Because it's very, like, cozy and introspective. It's something I value a lot about colder seasons. Like, perhaps they don't leave me or other people feeling the most cheerful, but I get to kind of like look inside my own heart. My otome gokoro. And I always appreciate when I get to like slow down intentionally. I feel like intro gives me a perfect chance to do this. Oh, hello, Schroeder, Kiki. Yeah, you know, always as cheerful when she streams, am I? Thank you. I've never noticed. It's hard to keep track of how I kind of like show my emotions to others. Also, speaking of emotions and sounding / looking cheerful, I did some doodling yesterday, and I drew what probably is my favorite drawing of Karin that I've made to this day. But there is also a little Yuno I drew next to her. So please enjoy the default expression, gang. They're jumping from their balconies in the snow from like 5th floor. They do this? I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, but they could slide from it like the school kids do. Also, this reminds me, Yuma has been taking her first steps into Call of Cthulhu by running herself a single-player solo scenario. The solo TTRPGs are such a fascinating concept to me. I would maybe like to try out one. Maybe, perhaps, eventually. Maybe not on stream, but like this sounds like a very alluring idea for me. In general. I've seen screenshots of the seal game. Yeah, I think Karin has posted some of them. It'll also make for a good Bucky chapter. You mean Ducky chapter? Ducky the Grappler. And I must recommend the Dozen Artists' fantastic series of Kimono Friends horror apartment illustrations / strips to Miss Nightingale. Oh, thank you. I will... Let me see. Raccoon-san Mansion! Rai-san! Oh... Is it like... completed? I see... The... last update is quite recent. I will check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. Oh, it has gore on the tags. Please check them out after the stream. They're incredibly imaginative and fascinating. I haven't read it or haven't heard of it before, but I look forward to checking it out. The Moomin Valley in winter is atmospherically unique. I remember reading it at my grandmother's apartment, and I strangely felt that it wasn't a children's novel at all. Perhaps because it isn't. I mean, no children's novels outside of maybe the works for the toddlers are ever truly for the kids. I think it's a very important quality for an adult to be able to like not discard the kids targeted works, because there's always something you can find in them, and even if you familiarize yourself with some concepts from it as a kid, it's always good to like come back and brush up your basic human knowledge, kinda. Ah, there's a weird stray Laplace outside. Hello, Rogetsu Gaki Genjo. Consuming winter content / media during winter? I am an advocate of consuming like season appropriate works during the said season, because I don't know, maybe it was some of you guys that brought up this idea, or maybe it was somebody else that I've heard it from. But the thing with, say, summer themed VNs is that they oftentimes put a lot of emphasis on the cooling down factor. So like drinking Ramune together, sitting next to a fan, I don't know, eating ice cream. So like these cooling down experiences, and the winter works, they're all about warming up. And if you're not a big fan of VNs, which is completely understandable, I suggest you guys check out Yukiguni or Snow Country. It's a novel by Kawabata Yasunari, who was nominated for... No, he was not only nominated, he's a Nobel Prize for Literature winner. One of the 2 Japanese writers that ever won it. And it actually does a marvelous job at handling these contrasts of like the coldness of the snow outside and the different warmth factors weighing in. It's kind of hard to explain. You'd have to read it yourself. But if you've ever had some interest in Japanese classic literature, it's the one I would recommend probably. Should get kills unless you're okay with that not being part of your channel. Probably true. Then again, I don't really care much about it. I would like to do more karaoke streams, just for the sake of having fun. But I don't really mind being a bad singer. Helen looks like her stock crashed. No, it's just her default expression. Also, hello, Saiza. They look like they're judging me. No, they're being neutral. I've seen Unmanned Primrose doing solitude RPGs on stream quite a bit, and Yuma tries too, as said, which is fun. Yeah, I've seen some of Ami's streams as well. It looks really fun. They look like they're about to record a vlog for YouTube where they get some fast food and talk about life. 5 years from now, the video will be recommended to everyone and will reach 1 million views. I hope we will be eating it like Nikokado avocado way. Well, you know, drawing the game. No, it's just me and Karin. Do you like the drawing? Hello, Baragokigenyo. Looks slightly disappointed while she looks done. No, we're both looking kinda sad, but this is just our neutral expressions. I want to write solo content. I've been intimidated by creating and showing people stuff, but there are so many ideas I want to explore, like investigation and research actions with results on cards, that you turn according to the results you get and so on. If you are really scared, and like if you find the idea of showing stuff to people intimidating, you can always create like a throwaway account for posting it that will not be linked to your main identity. The only downside to it is that if it actually takes off and you stop being intimidated by this, then you might be a bit, like, it might be a bit inconvenient, I guess. The maid looks at me like I got it out for her. Talk, yeah, let's talk. Let's talk to her because I don't really remember. She will tell us about her master Adolf. And he's not at home. He has been imprisoned in a cell for trying to save a pointless little girl. This is a dialogue we've had at least 2 times, maybe 3 already. Hopefully... Hopefully I will get to move past this kind of stage on this stream. What I did was I would shovel snow outside and go inside and read Amaka where I would shovel more snow. It was very immersive. It was like those pictures about like a German Autobahn driver that comes back home and turns on Euro Truck Simulator, right? If you look at me like that, I think I said PS3 is a retro console. I have no strong opinions on what is retro and what is not. Like, I disagree that PS3 is a retro console, but You are entitled to your own opinion because it's kind of like it's a polarizing topic anyway. I just look like I have a migraine, or rather, it's just my default face, honestly, even if I don't have one. It's guard. Soulful singing. Yeah, that's one way of referring to it. Neutral expression. It is like they're looking at walking garbage. No, not at all. I mean, at many instances in my life, I was asked by people if somebody has let me down or if I'm hurting anywhere, and I was like, oh no, I'm just being neutral. That's my neutral expression, you see. If you looked at me like that, I think I said mouthwash and it was an amazing narrative experience. I don't know. I feel like this year I made one of my main, not resolutions, but kind of like soft goals, because I've explained multiple times that I don't really like setting resolutions for myself, is harboring less negativity towards other people in my heart. Because, yeah, I don't think it's nice for me to focus on negative emotions like that. So, yeah, I will not judge you, God will. Then again, having bad taste is not a sin or anything. I've been glared at for not freaking out in bad situations. I know the struggle. Oh, yeah, this also happens sometimes. Or some other reactions which people deem to be kind of like inappropriate. Like when you have this sudden urge to start laughing at the funeral because this is your like reaction to stress. You must strive to become Robo Yuno. I will not judge you. God will. Nikokado style retromantic collab, where we end up being 3 steps ahead of our viewers. One thing about seasonal fiction for me has always been reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings in the autumns. As a boy, I would get myself blankets and pillows, and trail rations or dry rye bread, salted meat or sausage and cheese, dried fruit and nuts or muffins containing them, and these cheap instant powder soups, and then read as if I was on the journey, while being comfortably tucked in my own home, not taking a step outside into the autumn weather. This is big. I think this is how Tolkien intended it to be read, actually. Maybe they're about to tell us that we should take it easy. They are somewhat Yakuri-like, right? Ghost appeared. Oh wait, why did I try talking to them instead of fighting, I wonder? Misclicked, probably. Also, PPA, thank you for gigantifying an emote. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean? Well, you soon will. 1 week since you stream. No. Also don't know if I'm the kind of person who laughs at a funeral. But those of you who have watched our collab yesterday would probably know that I'm the kind of person who plays Heroes 3 at the funeral. Or well, not the funeral, but this scene that I couldn't explain properly in English because you guys apparently don't have this tradition. Giant! He's so huge. I wonder if Tolkien thought, man, this is so stupid. I hope nobody takes this stuff seriously while he was writing Lord of the Rings. I don't know. He probably didn't really live long enough to face the worst consequences of his work's fandom, right? Hello, Mad Random, Gokigen yo. You make it sound like a joke, but I think that's something that actually happens. No, I was literally sharing yesterday that the last time I was playing Heroes 3 before our series of collabs, I should have taken a photo. Was at a relative's funeral, or rather that thing that happens 40 days after the funeral, where you gather up one more time to honor the dead and eat some more food and drink, of course. And it was like full of old people, so obviously nobody really knew what to do with me as a kid, so they just let me sit at the PC. And it had like Heroes 3 installed on it, so I was playing it. Yeah. You're not in your Janko cosplay today. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just a regular Yuno. But also, how do you guys feel about the restart of our collab series? We've made the maps smaller this time, so hopefully it will take us a little less time to complete our little campaign, maybe. Small maps go by much quicker. We went with the medium one. But I already noticed on the, the navigator, how quicker I am exploring it. Yeah, much quicker than I used to. Need to keep a track of the collabs. I keep missing and forgetting them. It's alright, You can always catch up with the VODs. I for one am really happy that we've restarted the series, but at the same time, I must admit, if I'm being completely frank with you, that Heroes 3 is a rather difficult game to stream, right? If you don't really have a lot of prior experience playing it. Like this time, I'm playing a nerfed Necropolis, so like Janko made the girls turn off the tournament rolls. So maybe this will help me somewhat in the long run. But at the same time, you have all these people in the chat with their very strong and probably right opinions on how I should play the game, and they're all very eager to share their advice. But the thing is, I'm a very prideful person, which is probably not really a good trait to have as a young lady. But at the same time, maybe a very Ojo-esque one. So, yeah, but either way, I personally find it really difficult to keep up with the backseating, even if I know that these people don't really mean anything bad, and they genuinely want to help us, so I have to kind of like swallow it down and keep up. And since those are not my like solo streams, but rather collabs, and I know that all of the girls have their dynamics in interacting with their chats, I do my best to kind of like go with the flow and yeah, abide by the backseating sometimes. And backseating not from Janko, she's totally allowed to do this. She has a special friend permission, but from like the chat, because they do know better, right? But for such a prideful person as myself, it kind of feels like stepping on my own throat at times. I should probably practice a little bit on my own. There's a learning curve and a lot of confusing / hidden strats and mechanics. Even if you read the manual, you're gonna miss stuff. Yeah, it's an incredibly complex game. What practice for being humble, I suppose. Yeah, I can always call people out for backseating on my own streams. It's a nice outlet, but at the same time, you guys are so nice and polite, you're never trying to backseat me, only as a joke. It's nice to let the person playing discover things for themselves, but I can understand, especially if you're experienced, you'll think, oh, she'll never figure this out. I must help her. I think there's also like the factor vein in that it's a collab, so I think maybe all these people would have been more patient if I was playing this at my own pace, but we're playing this in kind of like a team versus team mode, so naturally they want to help their Oshi's team. Not me. I'm not their Oshi. Dianko is to win, right? It's really complex, but at the same time, it's very refreshing social experience kind of thing. The situation I don't find myself in often, so yeah, it's a good practice for being humble. I was missing the girls, so I'm happy to see them again so cozy. Yeah, I really love hanging out with the girls. Never played any of the Heroes games, but I've played Song of Conquest. Oh, that's Song of Conquest. Is there some spin-off of Might and Magic? Oh, the entire franchise is like 40 years this year, right? Song of Conquest. Mobile game. Oh. Inspired by 19th classics such as Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Ah, I see. So it's kind of like a spiritual successor. Naruhodo, naruhodo. I say that, but the Zatsu and the end was also a great time. I had a lot of fun. I really love hanging out with Young and the other girls. Oh, sweetie, gokigenyo. Also, Rogetsu, congrats on your 15th stream streak. Wow. Some of you guys might be on your, like, I don't know, 115 stream streak. I feel like I'm really thankful, my snails. Especially terrible for From Software games. Those games attract backseaters like flies. They still do, right? With their opinions about builds and such. There's a sermon. He seems to be working busily and he doesn't notice you. I mean, I spent most of the time talking to my chat instead of him. I'm supposed to go clean the cell over to the southwest. It's a room with a pool used for water torture. How horrible. What kind of water torture? If you give me some money, I won't rat you out. I'm friends with Benedict too, right? Reluctantly, I decided to hand the man the money. I think we've already done this before. Is he going to ask us for money every time? Hello Dan, gokigenyo. But you know, my way of playing is optimal. Yeah, but also you're the person that claims to have played the game if you watched me complete it on stream. So this kind of like by proxy makes my way of playing optimal as well, right? And Robo, you know, is connected to the snail hive mind, so yeah. I'm ashamed of how low my streak is. It's just a funny little feature that doesn't really mean anything, so pay no mind. I mean, I'm obviously really thankful to people who go out of their way to show up on every single stream, but at the same time, life happens, so it can be difficult to kind of like watch every stream and have some uninterrupted streaks. Despite not being a fan/follower, I've been watching Hello JP Dark Souls once, and it bothers me how so many English chatters try to backseat but then get things completely wrong. Happens all the time, right? And the JP girls probably can't even read it in the chat. Which is the funniest part, like, who are they backseating for? Maybe it's like when my dad is watching football and he starts screaming on the TV. It's probably kind of like the otaku version of screaming in the football matches while you're watching them on your TV, right? My own logic used against me. Only one thing to do. Ask Croc if this is true. Let me know his reply. But make sure to provide him with the entire context. Would they backseat about inconsequential things or min-max aspects that really don't matter for a first playthrough? Thank God the Holo girls have rather quick chats to not really care much about it in the first place, right? My streak should be above 100, but it's hard for me to catch every stream. It's completely fine, I understand. Even if you can show up to like 1 stream per month, which is probably my current streaming rate anyway. I'm still immensely thankful to y'all. All out of film. I got to buy more. I have to buy more. And I need to scratch my nose. Recreating the game in my mind, watching this Nightingale play it, and then optimizing the playthrough in my head. Which games have you done this with? Call yourself a Nightingale fan. I bet you're not even a number one chatter on YouTube. I think I have disabled this feature for most streams. So unless I suddenly copy the settings from an old one, it should no longer pop up on my streams, thankfully. On the backseat stuff that is really unintuitive and that you wouldn't know without looking up a guide or a wiki. On my streams I've never noticed it though that. I don't know if you've been so polite to me, or maybe it's just that I don't really play the games that you can backseat. Aside from Yggdra Union. I think Mel did complain about people spoiling a gimmick for one boss in Dark Souls 2 that she missed. Ultimately though, she did just brute force through it without the gimmick. I mean, that's kind of like the point of the gimmicks. They're just nice little touches, kind of like bonus. Yeah, a nice little bonus that you get to appreciate when you notice it, but at the same time it shouldn't be required to actually beat the stage or a boss. I'm following for nearly 2 years. That should have been possible. In this case, yeah, perhaps. Though to be fair, it's a super stupid gimmick. Which one? Which one? But keep in mind that I'm not really well versed in Dark Souls gameplay, trivia, or anything. And it's been like more than 10 years since I've played Dark Souls. None? I only send this for the sake of saying it? Huh. I've been bamboozled. The YouTube version kinda makes me feel weird about chatting. I'm first place now. If I keep talking, it will look like I'm only doing it to keep the position. I don't know. I'm only like telling you the streamer's perspective. But I probably wouldn't think anything like that of my chatters. Then again, maybe other chatters won't. What's that? There's a haystack. Do I have to search for a... Oh, do you guys have this idiom in English? Like searching for a needle in a haystack? Maybe I have to look for some needles in it. Happened with mine. I thought we will backseat on that one part, but you skipped the quest line completely. Which one? What did I skip? What did I skip? Let me know. You can share now. Do not mind. There's a boss in an arena that is filled with poison and constantly procs the poison debuff. But it's in a big windmill zone, and you can burn the metal part of the windmill to significantly reduce the poison in the boss arena. Oh! This sounds rather counterintuitive. Then again, it probably is something that can be brought forth, right? Saving Sick Fairy, the white one. Ah, so it is possible to save her. I didn't know that. I thought she was doomed by the narrative. I got no special treatment whenever I was first. It's a useless bubble. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not giving any special treatment to the #1 chapters. But that's just the way of how I try to treat my snails equally. Right? I'm doing my best though. Favoritism is bad. Huh? What happened? Ah, he's poisoned. I think I should have like a skill for that. Or a fist to cover poison. Let's go. August's body was cured of the poison. Nice. You can now rest. And continue. What are you supposed to do with the haystack? I wonder if a streamer used the rankings as a way to tell certain viewers to shut up because they're chatting too much. Once again, I can't really speak on the perspective of all the streamers, but I am constantly juggling so many thoughts in my head at the same time, like trying to focus on the gameplay and trying to come up with some cohesive and coherent responses to the chat, that I hardly have any time to like reflect on whether somebody's chatting too much. And I can assure you that like 99% of streamers probably appreciate you keeping them company, especially if they're like small ones, because you're helping them feel that air. Giant spider would be better if it was a beautiful lady, but yeah. What are these statues? A statue of a satyr holding a bunch of grapes. Something jumped out at me. No. Oh, speaking of grapes, it's been one of the recently, like last couple of years or so, when this thing really took off. But I really despise how algospeak has been seeping into like people's daily dialogues. They are constantly self-policing their speech with words like replacing rape with grape and pedophile with PDF file, even when they're not posting their damn TikToks or replying on Insta or whatever. It's so annoying, and I wish this trend would have died, but no, people are just casually using this in their everyday speech. I hate the algospeak so much. I want to just maybe not strangle people using it, but just grab them onto their shoulders and shake them really hard. I'm happy to see you guys agreeing with me. For me, it's the hundreds of variations of suicide. Unalive at least sounds funny, like kind of like a joke, but at the same time, the topic is rather like there's a lot of nuance to it, and I feel like when we're using this actually applies to all of the quote-unquote problematic words. I feel like by using algospeak for them, we're kind of like trivializing the discussions about it, and at the same time the actual word is kind of like being tabooed. I don't know. I feel like it will have a lot of repercussions on how we as a society treat certain things and concepts, because it all starts with like policing the language. It took me off guard the first time my coworker said someone logged out. I would have probably spit into their face. No, okay, I wouldn't dare to. This is unhygienic, but... Though I have to admit, anytime a coworker says KYS, KMS, I redirected to being about kissing your sister. An older one or a younger one, though? That's the most important question. I just realized I have a picture of a chubby frog on the wall that has a snail on its head that looks like your snail. Just 1 second. Wait. Oh, can't I make the... Yeah, probably can't. Or just spitting on commoners seems pretty normal. And not that sort of an audio, right? Older for me, but you already knew that. That means more emotas for me. Oh, hey Wapten, gokigenyo, welcome, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. What makes you hate Wapten? He called for another ally. No. I think it would demean the audio if their peers were there to see such an exchange. Yeah, what if commoner was to enjoy it? Probably have to use a color prompt to attach model to model like Dianko did with you yesterday. Yeah, I also thought about it because right now I'm running like 2 different instances of YouTube Studio. I only know hatred. Are there any things you love? I don't think it's healthy to only know hatred. We actually discussed this earlier in the stream. Photograph guard special. What happened to Morgan's MP? I don't recall it being so low. Okay, nice. So this was a satyr holding grape, and this is a mermaid. Ah. Oh, the knights! They're so beautiful. Let's run away. Real, and spitting on a person is highly personal, intimate act regardless of the emotional context. It would mean significantly lowering one's standards to do so hatefully onto a commoner with whom you share no history with even. Probably, yeah, like the bodily fluids coming into contact. It's a rather personal and intimate thing. So yeah, I would probably refrain from doing so, but I would be extremely pissed off. There's a statue of an old man wearing fairy clothing and with fairy hair. It holds a box in its right hand and a wine cup in its left. I should probably take some notes, maybe. Hate and stupid are difficult words to use lightly. It's usually easier to avoid them. Yeah, that's true. Am I using them a lot? I probably do. I should be self-policing myself more. Wait, let me take like some the notebook. So wait, where's the pen? Pen, pineapple, apple pen. I feel like at least a blood vendetta would be required for as the appropriate bond for an audio to spit upon a commoner. Or rather, my perverse sensibilities say it would be an enchanting set of circumstances. Yeah, I need to have some beef with them, right? I use hate a lot less, but I need to watch myself as stupid. I think I've also noticed this, but a lot of things, they really like depend on your perspective. So a lot of events happening to us are neutral, maybe mildly annoying at best, but a lot of people tend to over dramatize things, and this also comes with the deliberate choices of language they use. So they kind of like bring more suffering upon themselves inadvertently. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? It's like they're over focusing on the bad stuff in their lives instead of just saying and moving on. And because of that, they kind of end up spending too much time in this negative context and feeling worse, much worse as a result. And this also comes from like the over dramatizing language they use as well. When every emotion you experience is like the strongest degree of it you can imagine, it really loses any meaning, right? But I like how Yuna says stupid. am I supposed to pronounce it somehow else? Okay, but I was supposed to make some notes, so we have like a mermaid. How do I draw dolls or I don't know, mermaid? Then a satyr with like grapes. Satyr. What? With grapes. Rare Yuna zoom out is because I was staring down at my notes. Then this fiery person with left hand wine cup. I don't know if I'm even supposed to be taking notes of it. I'm sorry, my tracking is going crazy. And the right hand is a box. Let's also take a note of the haystack because we probably need to check it out later. Seems there's some sort of mechanism in the left hand wine glass. It's like a crucible for melting or burning. And there's like an angel or something. They surprised us? No. No random encounter can surprise me. Let's be fair. I mean, I'm playing a JRPG. Random encounters are to be expected. An angel statue. It does not appear to be a weapon at the moment. A Doctor Who reference. But at the same time, the Angels episode of Doctor Who ended much later than this game came out. Oh, a blonde beauty! Portrait of a beautiful woman hangs on the wall. Princess Cassandra is written on the frame. Nice to meet you, Princess Cassandra. My name is Yuna Nightingale. It's very delightful to meet you. There's a painting of a man and a woman wearing extravagant clothing. The following is written on the frame. His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen. And Cassandra is their daughter, right? Being the princess. A beautiful painting of European scenery adorns the wall. And yet the game takes place in America, so Benedict must have been a Europe bull or something. I bit my tongue. Also, that reminded me, Teams has this generated quick replies in certain contexts, such as when someone messages you asking if you completed the task, and then there's a button you can press to immediately send a "yes, I did." I recall being told not to off myself because of stress at work, and one of the quick replies was too late. That was comically morbid. What the heck? This sounds like a perfect Yonkoma material. Oh yeah, Europe. I remember there were several millionaires of the Gilded Age who shipped entire castles of palaces to America. Is that so? Must be nice to be rich. A mysterious painting of a space filled with the purple mist hangs on the wall. I looked at the painting and saw something move out of the corner of my eye. The eyeball of a strange creature has just shifted. I watched as its feelers began to warp and stretch. Suddenly, they crept right off the painting and went at me, but I was too quick, and the strange feelers wrapped up nothing but the empty space. After examining it from a distance, I believe that plenty of the characters weren't painted at all, but dragged in like I almost was. Alex shuddered with terror. Why shuddered with terror? Oh my lord. But what happened to the... Okay, the characters, yeah, I can understand that, but what about the European scenery? Also, Lovecraft enjoyers. I take it the purple mist has some significant meaning to it in his works, because there's like a series of visual novels that is inspired really heavily by Lovecraft's works, Lyresoft's steampunk series, and one of them is called Chien no Sonanil, or Sonanil of the purple like smoke. I don't know how they translated it into English actually, but yeah, I would assume that it borrows something from the like Lovecraftian visuals, kinda. Lovecraft mentioned, yeah, the entire game is very heavily inspired by Lovecraft's works and the Call of Cthulhu TTRPG series, which is, well, heavily based off it. So, yeah. There's a lot of Lovecraftian stuff going on in this game. There's a ring on the corner of the table. Xanthos Shrine acquired. Stretch plus hydrate. Thank you, generic username. Thank you. Give me just 1 second. I see, I thought this was a horror game because it reminded me of Laplace transformations back in university. Laplace transformations? You're talking about Laplace the mathematician, right? I have read Lovecraft and COC extensively, but I can't remember a quote regarding purple mist. I only know that mists are a common element due to the New England focus of sightings, and a nice method of producing tension or even just romantically spooky vistas. Probably, yeah, this is not as deep as I thought. Oh, I also really love the floor tiles. They look like roses. You see? So pretty. It reminds me of some prints on Lolita dresses. Oh, there's one that I really want to buy. I believe I mentioned it earlier in the stream. Give me a second, I will show it to you. It's so beautiful. I really hope nobody else buys it while I'm waiting for my paycheck. And if somebody not aware of my heart-wrenching circumstances tries to donate after feeling an immense amount of pity towards me, please don't, because I won't have access to this money anyway. my regulars don't know, but I assume not everyone here is a regular, so please don't make unwise choices. But yeah, the dress. Give me just 1 second, because it's so beautiful. Yeah, the OG retirement fund for the time when I graduate from the library committee. So yeah, the dress in question. You guys are not ready for how beautiful it is, but also very pricey at the same time. Wait, where did I save the picture though? To the movies folder, because I was downloading some torrents before that. Yeah, look at this! Oh man, that's so nice! Also, Snail-chan, I suggest you go back to the table. It's a bit hard to see from the distance. Picking the mic? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the print. I will show it to you now. So let me open another one. Reminds me of crisp leaves. I don't know, all dresses with like those sort of goblin kind of prints. They remind me of the grandma's chairs. So yeah, the print in question, it actually features little angels. Look at them here. It's very cute. I really love prints like that look like incomprehensible mess from afar, but if you take a closer look at them, there turns out to be some really nice motifs like going on. I thought it was just trees. Well, it's not just trees. And that's the best part. There's another one. A really cute print. I think I actually showed it to you guys before, but I will do it one more time. You signed up for this. I will show this one on a model. So there she is, a beautiful lady, maybe a bit too huge for the stream. Let's make her smaller. So yeah, here's the dress. Once again, very grandma's couch hooded print. But if you take a closer look at it, right? I will save another photo. Nice colors. Yeah, it's my favorite color scheme of it. It has some different ones, but this one is my favorite. So yeah, it features little teddy bears, like you see here, for example. Here, the little guy. I want to draw Freya in it. This brand has another one with the teddy bears and a similar looking goblin pattern, called Gardening Teddy, and it's rather similar. Do you wear these types of clothing out? I do. It's really nice to dress up every once in a while. Gardening Teddy. Oh, they even released some bloomers with this print. I approve. Well, thank you. Thank you. the close-ups. I need some close-ups. Is the lace part of it? Mm-hmm. I believe so, yeah. It's very, very beautiful. She would blend right in with Grandma's Soviet-era sofa. Yeah! Oh, somebody needs to make a Lolita dress that looks like those Persian rugs that Soviet grandmas would hang on their apartment's walls for the sake of insulation and soundproofing. But Persian rugs are really beautiful in general. I need one. I need one at my wall desperately. What does the what does the ring do? Enhances perceptual awareness. Whatever this means in this game, it could mean anything. Maybe we become less prone to getting like shocked or scared by the enemies. I don't know. I have no idea. What's that apartment? Could not flee. Ah! Hurts. Hurts. So grandma streamers soundproof their rooms with carpet? Smart. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're streamers. I'm now trying to think of what sort of streamer my grandma could be. Oh, the rumors! The rumors are back here. Oh, I can see somebody in the room next to us. Among the shoots, I scrunch up a little blue ring. Zero engine acquired. A map is in the drawer! Yay! 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 Can we check it out? Are we currently on the first floor? Wait, where's the map? How do I check the map? Give me the map. There it is! Yatta! Yatta yatta! Perception is OP. You can find spare change on the streets easier. You mean the original Call of Cthulhu? It's not like you have any streets in this game. I mean, not the ones you can walk through in the overworld view. Hello, Kampai Alex, yo! Welcome! It's less detailed than the Uno map. It's fine. Ah, I have to find them regardless. Okay. Alright. Then I can take a photo. Let's just keep on fighting them as is. Oh, they're dodging! How dare they? 17 points, nice. I also first almost misread detailed as derailed. So it was like, it's less derailed than a Uno map. And I was like, well, yeah, my maps have a lot going on with them. Because I'm always distracted with those little doodles to the side and whatnot. Plus 10% chance of perceiving the little fashion ladies hiding among grandma's sofas and rugs. They could be hiding anywhere. The stealth Lolitas. But I can absolutely assure you that the Lolitas wearing this exact type of clothes, they would absolutely love to hide among some grandma's sofas. Looks under his like grandmother's Persian rug right now. Were you able to find anyone? This is so nice of your late grandmother to leave you a Persian rug. There were no gothic Lolitas. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe we scare them off. Stealth game where the well-dressed lady must infiltrate the old drug and sofa warehouse. It sounds like a spin-off of Barata Tsubaki. You know that one game where they're slapping each other, the Ojo-samas? That's just an empty room. What was I supposed to do here? Just fight the guards? But what were they guarding? Kill the guardian von Bingen. I'm sorry, that was a stupid joke. For the record, I actually did lift it up. I hope it was not like dust under it or anything. What the hell? How did I miss this? What did you miss? Maybe they were guarding each other. maybe they were making out there. We've interrupted some guardian yaoi. What system are you playing this? This is a game for SNES, but Laplace Noma also has PC 98 and PC Engine versions, which were not unfortunately translated into English. But those appear to be of more interest to me because they are proper dungeon crawlers. You mentioned Barata Tsubaki? I did. I mean, it's fun, right? This looks like a shitpost. Wait, you mean you missed the game? It was rather big back in the day as like a series of Flash games, and I think they've recently released like a compilation on Switch that lets you use your Joy-Cons for like slapping, and that features like a versus mode. I think it also has kind of like a spin-off, which is a collab, a crossover with La Mulana, and that features the latest from La Mulana. I have read the Parent VN in full though. I actually own this physical version. There is a Parent VN. Is there one? Barato Tsubaki. You mean Fata Morgana? No, this is actually another crossover. Barata Tsubaki is, to begin with, like how do I call it? It's a separate instance of a game, but it has collabed in a way with different franchises such as, well, La Mulana and Fata Morgana no Yakata, and I think there are some more crossovers actually. So yeah, you're in for a wild ride. Also, Orestes, Gokigenyo! Welcome, thank you for the follow! Yet my sentiment remains the same. How is this a collab? I don't know. I don't know. No idea. Maybe somebody on the development team ended up being somewhat of a fan. Also, they like La Mulana specifically is originally developed by Nigoro, so the same developer as Barata Tsubaki. This one at least has more. It makes more sense for them to like collab. Also, Orestes, isn't it like a guy from the Greek mythology? He's like, I don't remember. It has something to do with his mom, right? Or not? Not like an Oedipus kind of way, but still. I need to brush up my Greek mythology knowledge. I'm deeply humbled. You mean Oedipus? No, there's also Orestes, another guy. In Greek mythology, Orestes or Orestes was the son of Agamemnon and Clytemnestra and brother of Electra and Iphigenia. Oh! Electra is kind of like... well, her complex is the gender swapped version of Oedipus complex, so this kinda checks out. He is the subject of several ancient Greek plays and various myths connected with his madness, revenge, and purification, which retain obscure threads of much older works. But yeah, you guys probably know he's dead. Agamemnon, right? He's the one of the Trojan war commanders. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Agamemnon has been dead for a while. Yeah, for quite a long while, but the same can be said about his son Orestes, and yet there he is, following me on Twitch. So we got to be thankful. For a while, yeah. Don't say that. He's still alive. Still alive. It was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. Stuffed trophies of various creatures adorn the entire room. No, they don't. There's only 5 of them. Oh, I like this one. It looks like... This is probably a reference to the Innsmouth fish people, but it's very adorable. Miss Nightingale confirmed. Real gamer! The cake is a lie! XD! AI music, wait, yeah. Literally an AI music. There's a stuffed body of an eerie creature that is part fish and part human. Something jumped out at me! Oh, it's a knight. Was he hiding there? We should also... Robo music. Oh, we need to do Robo Yuno karaoke. Photograph. I can take a photograph. Let's switch things up a little. August will do the healing. And I will attack. Great injury. Still thinking about Robo Yuna. She's recharging. Need to draw like a proper doodle of her. The one that I made on that one stream was rather cute. Guard, attack. I looked up Yuno N on social media, and in her profile picture she turned on a gamepad. I could instantly tell she was a big fan of gaming, and perhaps even a gamer herself. Oh yeah, the turn on the gamepad trend. Remember how when I was trying to talk to some of my friends back in the day about some games, they accused me of gamepad chewing, like that I was not genuine in my interest. I drew that Robo Yuno sketch, but I didn't see it posted anywhere. It was cute. Yeah, it happens to a lot of my sketches, didn't it? Unfortunately, Robo Yuno uses the outdated USB Type-A, so she needs more time to charge. She's very retro, right? There's a trophy of a small fairy. Dianko! Or maybe it's Humo? when the gamepads don't taste like Switch cartridges, people would stop doing that immediately. I thought Switch cartridges were tasting good. You can type C to charge faster. Let's check. Did it work? No. You're a real girl gamer. Describe the flavor of every gamepad. Probably the flavor of sweaty palms, because I'm grabbing onto my gamepad a bit too tightly, as if I'm scared to let go of it. I broke so many gamepads from fighting games, not from rage, but apparently I pressed buttons too hard. I get that. I get that. I'm also like grappling my gamepad right now as I speak. There's a trophy of an ugly green-skinned giant. The stuffed giant suddenly moved. It's not really nice to call him ugly. Cute girl hands have touched this. Sweaty cute girl palms. I'm not calling myself cute, by the way. Has green skin. Yeah, only his what do I call it? I forgot. Please don't remind me. Like fundoshi waistcloth? No. Hip cloth? Crotch cloth? Either way, only that part is green. What is it properly called? It's pants. I'm sure there's a market for used gamer girl gaming peripherals. Maybe 10 years ago or so. Yeah, loincloth! Thank you for reminding me. Special duck guard. Special. Still, August is almost dead. Don't know. That's rather unfortunate. Oh, but we defeated him. That's good to know. I wonder why the creature hasn't disappeared though. An eerie creature that's part fish and part human. I'm sure Karin would be a great fan. Robber? What are they doing here? I don't care about robbers. They're probably pursuing the same goals as us, right? I'm not going to disturb them. It's a trophy of a humanoid lizard man of some kind. The stuffed lizard man suddenly moved. So far, the fairy is the only one that hasn't moved. Oh, I love the perspective here. And also his knees. Very beautiful. Now this is what I call green-skinned. Lizard man quickly dodged. He doesn't even need to dodge. He's got a shield, so he can probably just guard himself with one. But he's rather fast. Well, he looks like a fast fighter, right? Hmm. 11 points. Nice. I think we should be able to finish him off with our specials. Doesn't know. What doesn't he know? I think its shell kind of looks like a cookie. I'm a bit tempted to take a bite. Remember in Fundoshi but not loincloth. A true weeaboo. Listen, when you actively use like 3 languages on a daily basis, you end up randomly remembering terms on like one of them. But not on the others. I love when horror games have the statue rooms because it reminds me of the movie Voxwork. I think it has like a game based on it by the same developer horror software, horror works or something like that, that worked on the game adaptation of the Elvira movies, and that's also kind of like a dungeon crawler. So I really wanted to play it, but after not having liked the Elvira games much, I put it on like eternal on hold. This idea, I mean. There's a game Works that was very famous in the 90s, but I don't think it's about the movie. Ah, is it not? Okay. It's a trap of a big lizard with many legs. I don't know if they're related. I thought they would be, because, well, Elvira games are based on the movies, right? Now that it has been mentioned, it has never been played. I mean, I literally mentioned that I was not going to play it. Well, maybe. Mandrake Road. Nice. Where did they jump from? Or there might be two of the same name even. The dungeon crawler, I think, was unique. It's very beautiful, and it has a lot of different ways to die. Well, much like Elvira game. There was a crystal on the table. Raw crystal acquired. Raw crystal? Huh? I think there should be another word for it, right? Yeah, the death scenes! Was inspired by the 1988 film Waxwork. See? Remember a scene of a tentacle pulling a man's head off and the skin tearing very graphically? I imagine when you're playing this as like a kid early on in the 90s, also they all went crazy nice. Oh, damn, wait, that's like really bad because August is now the only one who can fight. And do you have something to like replenish the MP for the other characters? Oh. Creep now. Run ending bad. Probably not yet. I think I can get out of here, but it's going to be tricky. Take MP from one ally. Can't I provide MP for them? Supply methods. Send MP to a single ally. Let's see if it works. I hope it does. Nice. Right, I made the wrong choice. But either way, let's get out of here. It put on so hard to rip the skin. How do I activate the map? We're probably on the wrong floor, so I can't do that yet. We really aren't going to survive that one. If we encounter some whites or the other characters that like deal with curse in our mind. Okay, I think there's a quicker way out of here. Let me show you on the screen now. So we basically just capture cursor. So we're currently here, right? We should go over here. Then this way. Then no. Snap. Then I suppose we go over here, then like this. Then there's a set of stairs. It will take us to that one floor with the maid on it and the other servants. We come back here using these stairs. I think this is how it works, right? But before that, I would like to take a short break, so yeah, please wait for me, everyone, and enjoy the boat. Okay, I am back. It's so cold. Universal overhead, go. So let's head over, here. Then here. Oh, please be okay. Shiver the terror. Oh no. Okairi. Ringi. Come back. Thank you. Let me see. It should be over here. Oh, I really love it when the vampires in this game appear alongside the bats. It's very beautiful. Also, I was thinking about the tomorrow's stream. The SLS one. Also, I'd like to save Teo, thank God. So yeah, I was thinking of SLS, and I, for the love of God, can't figure out how am I supposed to obtain a different engine. I think maybe we need to try different survivor combinations. I would assume the plot relevant ones, which are different for each character, that they probably matter more, and maybe if you don't have them with you, the entire playthrough is doomed essentially, but that's just my guess. Hello, Akko, Vice Bro's opinion. He went insane. Actually, 2 of the characters on my party went insane. And this is the game's way of showing that to us. Gargoyle. Not in the mood for fighting them. Just want to safely escape. I also spin when I'm insane. Oh, is that so? When I'm insane, I don't know. I mean, insane is probably a bit of an exonium, isn't it? An insane person probably wouldn't call themselves insane. It's kind of like a label that gets attached to you by somebody from like the outside. 6 points of damage. So, but yeah, when my MP is low, let's put it this way, because this is how the game handles it, I enter a rather catatonic state. And become unable to do anything. Transport. To the hull. Yeah, like that you know you passed it. Let's also save the game and return safely back to the town. We should also be able to level up some of our skills, right? So I suggest we do this as well. Good to see you return. Yeah, I also think so. Good to see me return. Okay, I am mostly just using item, but at the same time, I feel like we couldn't need a lot of those, like fast talk and find close kills. So something tells me I should be investing into them. Let's bring them both to 5 on the main character, on Y. And Morgan can't level her photography skill yet. And neither can Alec with the fighting skill. Okay. Next, we should go to the to the hospital and cure our friends' tortured hearts. 200, yeah, that should be fine. At this prices, yeah, it really feels like we're in the USA. Oh, speaking of USA, today I spent an indefinite amount of time staring at the flags of different states in the US. And okay, but most of them suck. There is no like real artistic integrity behind them. They're interesting and cities have flags too apparently. Isn't this a thing in a lot of countries actually? Doesn't Finland have this? Magellan definitely does, and in some cities even different districts have flags. Some are like real heraldic shitposts. Let me show. What was that district called? They seem like they were made on the first come, first make basis. Well, some ended up being really nice picks. At the very least, the coat of arms, yeah. So, here's one of my favorite ones that I've ever seen in Audioland. Look at him! Bobber, yeah. And he's building a bridge over the river. Masterpiece, yeah, it's beautiful. But back to the topic of the US states flags. I really loved the flag of Alaska because it's so simple yet so nice. Like, it's just Ursa Major and the Polar Star. That's very beautiful. And I love how it handles the stars theme. Like, US and the stars on the flag and all that. But speaking of not so good flags featuring stars on them, it's the flag of Texas, because like, what's that? American Poland? What is that supposed to mean? Can I post the link to a Finnish bobber coat of arms? Yeah, of course, or you can drop the like the name of municipality or whatever has it. Like the flag of Seychelles. Let me see. Flag. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. Eno. Oh, such a brutal one. Wait, I will put them. I will put this bobber and the other one. Give me a second. Where is it? Next to each other. Look at them! They're friends! Well, I assume most Finnish people wouldn't really consider them friends, I guess. Look, Kambo says, Gokigenyo! Must be behind the curve. I didn't even know this one had the translation. It has had one for a while. Inside me there are two bobbers. The edgy one and the... I don't even know what to call it one. He's working out with that axe of his. I was big into heraldry back in my Minecraft fictional nation RP days. Made a lot for my settlements. Oh, that's really cool. I think a lot of coats of arms for the like different counties, municipalities, and such. They don't really follow the traditional heraldry rules, right? I mean, there's no way the one on the left does. But at the same time, there's something really adorable about them. Something very sincere. I don't know how to explain this. The right one is so cool. No, clearly you meant the left one, right? Yeah, I mean, see, your snails are... You're staring at them from behind. So the cool one is actually, yeah, on your right, but it's actually the left one. This one. Wait a minute, is that a pin? No, everyone knows that if it's a Finnish flag, then it's a Venice. Interesting how that bobber has chosen to preserve trees. In modern times, he dams the river with bricks. Wait, yeah, that's right. But there also is like a Soviet cartoon about... I think... Was it like a rabbit? No, a mouse. It was building like a house, but it was slacking off, and there was a bobber builder that was... Oh my lord, what was it called? I think it had like a beaver builder that was... Oh yeah, look at him. Look at him. Give me a sec, I'll replace one of these guys. Even has a guitar. Never knew beavers had webbed back feet. Yeah, me neither, actually. There's also very many good Finnish coats of arms for Freya. My favorite is Alavus. Try looking up Alavus Valkuna. Give me a sec. Valkuna is coat of arms. Oh, is he playing an accordion? Or... Ah, no, he's carrying the burning... What is he doing? I also love how there are two versions of this coat of arms, actually. It looks like a bar. This looks familiar. Perhaps it does. Yeah, look at this guy. It's Freya. Oh, but I really love this visual integrity that is clearly there for the Finnish coats of arms. This looks like the kind of show described in Lost Media Stories. It's not lost though. I should do like a stream one of these days where I am just forcing you guys to watch some Eastern Bloc cartoons. So we will be watching a ton of Yugoslavian ones and Soviet ones and bear. Yeah, that's a lovely bear. Looks like a suicide bomber enemy that runs towards you. So the point is, I mentioned how there were two versions of this coat of arms, apparently, and then the second one he's standing. It looks like he stopped there for a brief moment of rest. Here's Sam Bear, but serious, Sam is a Croatian game, right? He's out of shape. You can watch Pat and Matt, also known as Sasedi. It's not voiced and it's peak. I love Pat and Matt. Well, my favorite Czech animation still remains Kortek, but Pat and Matt are really good. If you guys haven't watched them, I really recommend you to, because I think they've made like a YouTube channel where they are re-uploading them in HD, and it's basically about like two friends who are always trying to either like invent something, or they're trying to fix something in their apartment, and then things go terribly wrong. And what I really love about this series is how they never end up arguing about it or anything. They're just doing their best to fix the problem and end up making it worse. But it's an adorable example of like friendship and cooperation. They're wonderful. It was always so good mood that we all have something to learn from them, I believe. His toaster is broken and he's angry because of it, yeah. True. Ginger Fox, yo, welcome, welcome. I really love Swiss coats of arms. I think one of them specifically features something. I don't know what it is supposed to be, but Switzerland cantons flags. Atyamat, I think it was in Finnish. Maybe it was translated. So, the Swiss canton of Basel, whatever it is called. It has this coat of arms, and it looks like a tentacle. What is it? Argent crozier pale vase sable. Ah, I would have never guessed. It's a gnome hat. It's a ghost with a magic build. Eldritch coat hanger. Just what is happening in Basel? Another one I like. Oh, I think girls from our Heroes collabs would like this one. It's for the Canton Uri. We put a ring on the tentacle. Maybe it's an eldritch marriage. Yeah, it's the girl from Anenaru Mono. The show to finally propose to her. Look, you can use it. Oh, welcome, welcome. Yeah, look at this bull. So strong. Anenaru Mono mentioned. An eldritch marriage and all that. Flag committee meeting, the bull has to blab. It's a very important touch, don't you agree? I also like this one. It's from Glarus, also in Switzerland, and it's a pilgrim. It's holding a Bible, look. Oh, and apparently they all exist for... they have all existed for quite a while. So the Basel one was... well, Switzerland has existed for quite a while. Which is always like a huge surprise for me when I think about that. Yeah, the one with the tentacle was apparently invented in 13th century. And the same applies to the bull one. The one we're looking at right now, in the pilgrim, it's dated 14th century. Mecklenburg has silver bull. Oh, let me see, Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg. Coat of arms. Okay, let me be fair, I did not expect this. I'm sorry if it was too loud, I apologize, but look at him. I must say, the other versions aren't much better. Oh my lord, look at the other one. It's more simplified, but I wouldn't say it really helps its cause because, like, give me a second. You buy your logo from Temu. No, this is what happens when you buy your logo from Temu. Another famous Finnish go-to farms is from Rautalampi. It's a real pride icon. Oh, let me see. And while Pomerania next door has a cool griffon, and not a Pomeranian dog. Rautalampi Valkona. Oh, that's very gachimuchi coded. Give me a second. What is this supposed to represent? Yeah, very masculine, right? Pomerania. Let me see. Pomerania. Coat of arms. Oh, griffons are always nice as a heraldic symbol. Oh, where? Doko? Two men. One is facing away. One is facing the behind of the other man. There is a flowing river between them. It's like... Wait, where is this Rautalampi before I make a stupid joke? Oh, it's quite far away. Okay, whatever. I was going to say that given that it's Finland, it sounds like the scenario from the Winter War. But it should probably be the other way. The red one not noticing the sniper, having him on his aim. This looks like the kind of shields I would be making at 3 AM at drawshield.net. And there is even a website like that. Drawshield.net. World recreation tools. The sniper has his back in his sight. Now this is something straight out of Golden Kamuy. Though straight is probably not the right word to use here, right? Oh, it's so cool! I've never knew there was such a website. There truly is a website for everything. Yeah, Golden Kamuy potential. True. I was looking at local ones. This fish looks like the embodiment of smiling through the plane. It does. Let me upload it. Does it come from like some Asian region? Look at him. Yeah, he's in state of like deep pain. Ah. Or maybe this is his default expression, just like with me and Karin. Oh, I should probably return to the game. But if you guys ever find some more cool Kotsu farms, please share them with me. It's tons of fun to explore them. Maybe we could, like, I don't know, do it during some more like dedicated Zats or something. Maybe not strictly focused on the coats of arms and flags alone, but just like in a slightly more peaceful atmosphere where I don't have to play the game. Isn't that every stream? Yeah, but I want to... I feel like some people who come to my streams and expect me to play their favorite game, and instead they see me yapping over it, like staring at the flags or drawing some fox ladies or something else. And they might be disappointed and upset. They were expecting to see their favorite game getting played, but instead... Oh, but also, I don't know. Yeah, you know, who are you trying to fool? Nobody likes the games you play. Could you go out of your way to choose the ones nobody cares about? Record. Let's go. Oh, I was also supposed to buy some... what is it called? Some film? And also sell some photos. No, I mean that it's not like you don't like my game choices, but rather that I deliberately choose such games that a lot of people like they haven't played them in the first place, so they can backseat me or something. Also, I'm a sucker for coats of arms that portray nice doing cool things, such as. I'm genuinely interested. Stay safe. Stay safe. Photos. Yeah, let's sell some photos. Autofocus. 80. Those aren't really high quality photos. She clearly needs a higher... Oh, that's expensive. Yes, she needs a higher photography skill. I feel like these bonkers coats of arms are an untapped potential for fantasy setting creators. They need to unleash their inner goof through the self-expression of hapless, far-flung peasants. I think people who are, who care about the, world building and such, I think they're very much the types to care a lot about such stuff. Like slaying a beast, to have multiple variations of that around. Oh, kind of like what Saint George, right, is doing. He's Saint George in English, I think. Yeah, let me also upload it to the stream. I think that's the inspiration. Probably yes. Yes. Wait. Do I save it? How do I save it? Mariampole. There he is. Saint George and the Dragon. There he is. Prying. Oh, I love the faces of the creatures on this one. Give me a second. Prying. They're so funny. Like when people would fight dragons and giant snails instead of being on computer all day. Oh, thank God snails are safe nowadays. And you can safely watch my streams. But there is also like a Serbian, I believe, movie that I would like to watch. Called St. George Slays the Dragon. I was just reminded of it because of this discussion that we've had. Oh, it is apparently one of the most expensive Serbian film productions to date. Serbian film, get it right. All the dragons were hunted to extinction, now we need to play computer games where we fight dragons. To just constantly relive this scenario. Almost tragic. Cutlery knife, roll film. By all of them. Also, I think that's like kind of a cooler camera. So maybe... What's the name again? St. George Slays the Dragon. Tool. Use. I could try reading the Serbian name. Свете Георгия убила Аждаху. I guess. Le Papillon camera. Wait, how do I equip it? Oh, equip. Okay, let's replace this camera with a newer one, and hopefully it will help us take better photos. Let's see. Let's save the game one more time. Record. Need to watch more Balkan movies. Really have to. Where did I come from? Here, right? I think so. Yeah. So let's now enter this room. Then proceed further. Yeah, but there's never enough time. True. I'm doing my best, though. And I mean, in the end, it's always better to be constantly interested in something and never have enough time to actually, like, engage with it. Instead of constantly complaining that there's nothing to watch, there's nothing to play, everything sucks, and so on and so on. I, for one, will never run off of things that I'm excited about. Probably. Well, never say never and all that, but for now, I'm very positive about that. An empty room. I'm reminded of Kittle's 1892 dragon piece. I like to think that the last dragon expired in peace with his treasures, so that nobody gets them. Let me look it up. Kittleson. Oh, what a beautiful work. It's kind of sad. It has this very somber feeling to it. Need to take a deeper look into Kittleson's works. They look great, actually. Wow, so many nice ones. I got to return to the game. But he's wait, here he has one with like a cat. Kieta som Varsa till at whatever that means. Yeah, okay. Please take a look at this. Look at this chunky cat. He's so fat. Why are you so fat? The grandma is so thin. He must have been eating all of her food. Yeah. Garfield in Norwegian. It's a really fat pigeon today. How fat? How fat exactly? We need to know. Let me upload the photo, please do. We must stop yapping. No, you guys can always continue. I mean, I'm just exploring this place for now. Not much is going on, right? It's like those Maine Coon cats, they're so big. One of my friends' family, they were actually breeding Maine Coons. And yeah, it was a disaster to keep a bunch of such huge cats in one apartment and having to take care of them. One of the cat's names was Blueberry Pie, and she had like huge problems with coordination. So like one of the days I saw my friend with like huge scars. I'm sorry, it's rather gory, going all across her legs. So I asked her what was the problem, and apparently the poor cat was just sitting on her lap, but because of the aforementioned coordination problems, it started falling down, and my friend didn't have enough time to grab it, so it just started sliding down off her lap, and in a clumsy attempt to like grab onto her, it just like its claws, they just slid all the way through her legs. Yeah, one of those floppy clumsy kitties, exactly. This really is a fat pigeon. And it's such a detailed photo too. Oh. Beautiful. Rubber appeared. Well, let's ignore them. Why are they so keen on fighting us? Just do your thing and I will do mine. Mama. Let me show the photos of your pigeon to the entire snail society. Some would even say snail society. But where is it? Where is it? Where did I save the photo? The sound is crunchy of the game, not yours. Perhaps. JPEG image, and yet it is not displayed for some reason. That's weird. Maybe it's too huge or something. Maybe it's one of those. Ah, it's JPEG. I apologize about the crunchiness. Is it too bad? Let me see. Let me upload the pigeon, and then we'll continue. Now look at him. Look at this magnificent creature. So beautiful. It's not the best, but it started just a minute or two ago. Let me see. Maybe it fixes itself somehow. It's almost globular. Yeah, maybe it's not a pigeon, but Corby who ate the pigeon. Wow. Looks like you get quite a lot of funds if you slash the robbers. The stench of an animal hangs in the air inside the room. We've entered into Benedict's secret forest stash. Hello there. What do you get when you cross a water buffalo, a giraffe, and a boar? Water buffalo? Water buffalo? Is there such an animal? Giraffe and a boar. Its head looks too heavy for its long neck to even lift. I stepped nearer, but was sensed almost at once. Got to blip us. Yeah, he's blipping indeed. No? Ah, maybe, yeah. Remember seeing this photo of a fat squirrel eating an egg roll? It was funny, but at the same time sad. It's a bit painful looking at them. Can I talk to it? Not really. Yeah, it's a bit sad looking at the fat animals, like overly fat cats and such, because they are not really meant to be fat to begin with. It's kind of like an anomaly. Because it severely like their chances of survival in wild nature, they plummet heavily if they have some extra weight on. So it always pains me seeing some super chunky cats that like try to jump up somewhere and they just can't, and they can't understand why they can't, and I don't know, it just destroys me on the inside. Duck. Duck, duck, duck. Quickly dodged. Alas, but it is true. I try to keep Mr. Corgi slim since X-rays suggest he will have hip problems in old age, and he's already almost there. You're being a very responsible friend for your Mr. Corgi. I'm sure that if he knew the potential consequences of being fat, he would have appreciated what you're doing for him. I hope you will manage to keep him out of these hip problems. Madam Psychosis! I really hope it all works. Nice! Nice! Yatta yatta! We survived. On the 60 experience though. The monster had a talisman. Silver crucifix acquired! Oh, we can now put it into the statue's hand. And see what it does. Attack? Attack. Photograph attack. He loves snack though, but I kept it to suitable things like raw chicken wings, ensure 60% bone and bone-related material. I'd love to eat some raw chicken. Raw meat in general. I know I'm not supposed to, but it's just so tempting. I envy Mr. Corgi. And Ojo should have some raw meat days in her schedule as a little treat. Chicken sashimi is a thing in Japan. There are specific farms specializing in it. Oh, is that so? I imagine, yeah, that their food safety guidelines, that's not really an issue. I remember eating some Wagyu sashimi in a Wagyu restaurant in Kobe. Very, very Ojo-like experience, right? And Ojo deserves a bit of flesh as a treat. I swear, if I make it to Germany one day, I'm eating all of the meat. This is an excellent Joe, like outing certainly. Oh, thank you for appreciating. Oh, the mat and the tartar. I'm eating a lot of tartar. Well, not a lot, but like if I go to a place that has one, I make sure to try it. Carpaccio as well. Speaking of like raw meat kind of things. Ah, but also, where was it? Like, where's that room? Where is this one? It's where the trophies of different creatures are, yeah. I haven't had tartar in years, but that is largely because of lack of interest in that style of restaurant. That is fair, it's not really for everyone. I don't know, I feel like plenty of places that I have been visiting lately, they've had some tartar, so I've been greatly enjoying the luxury of having it as my meal. There was a rod on the table. Gilder Verger acquired. Something jumped out at me. It's the leprechauns. I don't think I'm in the mood for fighting them though. Confused? Well, I'm not confused. I don't know who you're trying to fool, but I'm not confused. Not at all. Let's flee. What do you mean we could not flee? We totally could. Skill issue. Stole money? How much did it steal though? We should still have a plenty. The whites! Thank God we avoided this nasty encounter. Oh, hello there. There's a man who's wearing a robe here. I see. I'd heard that there were some intruders wandering around. That was you guys. Oh, look at him. What prominent eyebrows. Judging from your clothes, you must be friends of Benedict. Just what in our clothes says we're friends of Benedict? The audio fixed? Oh, nice. Come to save him, have you? Foolish. You walked right into your captor's hands, and soon you'll be tortured to death. Don't think you'll die painlessly. Not in the mood for Maldiv. Is this like the Bulgarian town of Plovdiv, but only Maldiv instead? No. Actually, I have been lacking motivation to visit restaurants for a while now, due to going alone being a bit on the boring side. As such, dining now becomes a kind of convenience-centric pursuit, and I end up going mostly to noodle restaurants. But you can take yourself out on a solo date. Maybe have some, I don't know, like book to read while you're at it, if you're reading something, or maybe some manga. It's nice to treat yourself every once in a while, and you don't really need other people to make it worthwhile. Let's take his photo. Just noticed the person leading the party isn't a body bag. Quite the outfit. It's August, our local guy. Let's see. How much can we do? Only 4 points of damage. That's not much, isn't it? Let's take another photo just to make sure that it works. Oh, 12 points of damage, that's better. That is true, I could. Plus I have a long-standing interest in noodle restaurants, so it makes sense. There's one Uyghur place in my sights currently. Apparently their hand-pulled fried noodles with beef are very good. Oh, this sounds very nice. Very tasty. Maldives waist. He's got quite a waist, doesn't he? I And he even goes out of his way to like emphasize it with this bell. He clearly knows a thing or two about Italian. What a diva. I think this should be enough photos of him for the time being, so let's leave Morgan on guard and keep attacking him. You could also make this into, like, I don't know, a little game of yours where you just visit different restaurants and pretend to be, like, I don't know, a food critic or something. exploring some new flavors, leaving some notes for yourself about them. I don't know, there's plethora of ways of making even the most regular and mundane of experiences interesting for you. Oh, also August is about to die. Well, that's a shame. Let's treat his injury. We're at it. Use pummel. Hair of the moon. And I'm not too afraid to move. Well, that's a shame, just as I've saved up some points for like a charged attack, a special attack. Yeah, that looks almost like a band. Where he may be skipping meals though. Well, I imagine he doesn't really get a lot of chances to eat tasty food here in this dungeon. Flame of God. Must be a real fan of Lovecraft. Almost said Minecraft. Struggling to see well. That's fine. Let's treat our injury, then guard, then attack. Oh, I relaxed. Finally we can now use special attack. Let's use this chance. So I suggest we also have August heal himself some more, while the other characters can keep attacking. Another friend of mine that I raided recently, Nikki, is also playing this game. I think I've mentioned this earlier in the stream. And she has progressed much further than I've done so far. But I really want to talk to her about this game, and apparently she's been getting more into dungeon crawlers, so I really want to talk to her about those, but I'm a bit hesitant about reaching out to people because I, like, end up ghosting a lot of my friends. Because I don't always have, like, the social battery to interact with people, and I do not really want to hurt them by reaching out and then kind of like leaving them behind. One has only so much drive. Yeah, but Django said to me yesterday, and I think she made a good point, that people in the VTuber community in general, they tend to be more lax in this regard, kinda. So they're all almost like in the same circumstances, on the same wavelength. So people tend to have more patience for this sort of thing. I misjudged you. Tell Benedict. Tell him that Laplace's demon is beyond anyone's power to control. Even Laplace himself is under its thrall. Perhaps even now, I'm serving its ends. Always ever a piece on the board. The fatalism do be real. I looked on objectively as Maldiv slowly bled out. Realize 3000 experience. Yay, we have leveled up. You've defeated the boss? I take the crystal rod from his cold, dead hands. Crystalline fracture acquired. What does it do? What does it do? Let me see. Use, equip. Let's rest first. I think it would be fun if this game, in the manner of some early dungeon crawlers such as Wizardry, could have the enemy characters attack you while you're resting. So, I was supposed to look up the tool, right? I have a lot of stuff here. Seems like this could be a key. Use methods to protect the group. I thought this was a mechanic in Ultima Underworld. I think it is one in Wizardry as well, but perhaps I'm mistaken. Roll film. That's a lot of stuff. I'll probably have to use the things I can use. Maybe in between the streams. Take a look at the book. A howling fills my mind as Mythos tears into me. Learn Bloodsucker Invocation. And something jumped out at me. I hope it's a vampire. No, it's just a bunch of gargoyles. Bye bye. Not in the mood for fighting you. It's kind of relieving. It's an environment with a lot of people struggle with social interactions. So people can come and go, like cats is got to... Yeah, it's really nice because it doesn't put as much societal pressure on you. When I believe most of us have more than enough in our daily lives already. I see somebody else in this room. Like a priest? There's a man wearing a robe here. He seems to be an apprentice. Initiate appeared. He's bald. Also seems to have some kind of like lump on his leg. Let's try talking to him. There's a strange wizard named Louvain in the room to the west on this floor. According to the rumor, they say he's not a human. Master Moldiv says that he's planning something. I wonder if he's right. Oh, about your master, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but there's a map! Yatta! 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 Nice! Oh, another apprentice? Let's go. Let's talk to him. A man named Benedict was thrown in the dungeon for trying to reveal the secret of Master Laplace's magic. I suppose the same... Yeah, they're about to meet the same fate. However unfortunate that sounds. Can't do anything here. The whites. Oh, please don't attack me, don't attack me. Yanda. Yanda. Don't want my mind to take any points of damage. You have to be getting it terribly wrong. No, stop. 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 Stop this one. Let's flee. Oh my lord. This was so intense. I hate facing these guys. Oh, here's another apprentice. Why are they all bald? Master Laplace summoned a giant demon and used this power to unify Europe. the real story behind the EU. He reigned over it as emperor. Before long, he'll probably have conquered the entire world. And as long as he has the power of the demon, Master Laplace's rule will continue forever. Wow, that's impressive. Wants to unify Europe. That is real fiction. Yeah, nobody really wants to unify it ever. Maybe the Mika's creatures steal their hair while they sleep, or it works like radioactivity. Ah, perhaps. Maybe you're right. Maybe their hair is kind of like in Darker Than Black and similar stories where you have to like sacrifice something in exchange for your supernatural abilities, so they all get rid of their hair. Save us, Yuno! Oh, can I? but will I get to rule over Europe instead? If I do. Let me see. What do we have here, for example? Darker Than Black was a very appealing modern fantasy, with surprise Finland appearances too. I didn't manage to watch past season 1 though. Oh, wait. There was something about Finland? I don't remember. Then again, it's been a long while since I watched that. The engine is really beautiful there. Oh yeah, Kirsi was Finnish. That's right. Okay, let's put the crucifix into the... Oh, Golem appeared! Oh, their Golem. I'm yet to watch this movie, but... So cool! I love this sprite so much! His collarbones are so pronounced, it's like he barely has any, not deltas, but, yeah, deltas. Yeah, he doesn't have any at all. Oh, so cool! Once again, I'm smiling maybe a bit too much. Golem is out of the fight, nice. I would have expected an enemy this huge to bring us more experience, but well. Ah, wait. That's wrong. We didn't need anything to do there. Made a terrible mistake. Well, not a terrible one. Well, we've made some progress. We've acquired 2 maps. We've defeated 1 boss. We've talked to some characters. And it's getting somewhat late. So... I would maybe like to... perhaps save the game. And wrap up for today. Somewhere around here. This ended up not really being a long stream. Well, none of my streams as of late have been long, right? But it's been an enjoyable one. It feels really nice to be back to this game. I hope I can stream more consistently. I know that I keep saying this and then never live up to my own expectations, but I'm doing my best to at least try, right? And yeah, we've learned some more stuff about the plot here. So yeah, we've clearly made honestly more progress than I expected today, which is good. Oh, look at these rats, they're shivering. So tiny. But yeah, let's go save the game. Yeah, record. And I suppose this is it for today. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 PM GMT, so like 1 hour later than my usual streams and half an hour later than the one today. With some SOS we will try to figure out but to get a good ending after all. Maybe we'll have to resort to looking up some Nintendo Power or something, because just going to Game of FAQs is for the weaklings, for the Zakos. And I'm not a Zako. Let's go drop by Karen's stream. She's playing Monhan. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. Yup was great. And game interesting. Yay! I'm glad you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. And bye bye. Please enjoy Karen's stream.